Alright, coming at you live. I'm going to go over this step by step with you. You got some points. I want to do it right the first time, so I appreciate your input. So here we go. Alright, here's what you're talking about. The refugium being squished between the wall and the tank. Yes and no. This first one right here is going to be the main drain, which is going to go right here. That lines up, you can't tell with the video, but that line's directly above it. So it's going to be a straight shot running a full siphon. So that one will work out perfect. The second one and the second drain in is just going to have to 45 and 45. That'll give me room for the water change valve and piping right there. Then the next one is going to 90 over, coming out 90 over, which that's going to be the next full siphon drain. So it's going to 90 to the wall, or almost to the wall, and then come down 90 and drop down in here in the third hole from the right. The last one again is just going to come up, come to the wall, 90 over, and then go to that last one over there, of course. So that's the drainage. Now, considering your idea with the sump being over here where I'm standing, I'll take you over there. Oh, and easy access. I'm not even planning to remove the filter socks from this area because, of course, the pipes will be all right here and there'll be valves. I'll have my valve right here for the adjustment and a valve here for the adjustment. And then, so let's go over here. All right, James, here we go. So here's my the socks. Now this drain right here is just going to go straight right here to the wall, which is actually above that outlet. And I can either reach under, pull this whole thing out. I just did it without even getting in the way of where the piping, way below where the piping was. So, and then I'll just take the socks out, clean them, clean that up, put it back, or I can go in right here in this big open space right here under the stand and just get in here with a brush. And I'm right here, I'm actually sitting under the stand now, like right next to the tank. So that part should be okay. What do you think? Let me know. Refugium's right here. So I like this because it's right here. Yeah, it's on the platform, but I have plans for that, and I want to come out with it first, and then people probably would love it and copy it. So I don't want to spill the beans yet, but I've got some plans. With it being in this area, it's really gonna make it pop. So I'm gonna add some stuff to it. Not just the refugium, but the whole sump thing. And I don't want to tell too much about that. So, and then here's the way the pump's going to run. It's going to be inside. See, it's drilled this way too. So if I reversed it, this hole would be on that side, or this hole won't, it'll be on the wrong side, it'll be against the wall. So then, so here's the pump. That's how it's going to look. Nothing's attached. It's just, I just got a couple pieces just kind of placed in there. So wherever I need to put this, what I'll do is, that's as close as it's probably going to be able to go. I mean, you can't make the pipe that small. Focus. There you go. So it'll probably stay right around out in this area with the union right there. And then I made the union a little bit lower. But once it comes up here, to keep it looking clean, I'm going to 45, probably a little bit right in that area. I'm going to 45 it where it comes up in this area, right in this area somewhere by the overflow instead of in front of the display. Then this is where it's going to come up. See this 90 here, inch and a half T. It's going to come into that T, and I have two reducing bushings in there to 1 inch. So the T's inch and a half, 90's inch and a half, the pipe out of the pump's inch and a half, and then it drops down, reduces for that side, to 1 inch, and then it'll reduce into this one. It'll come right in here. That'll be pretty much where it's at, feeding, you know, that one. I'll put a reducer inside there, and then it'll come over here, being all 1 inch, feeding exactly 1 inch to the right side and the left side of the tank. So let me go back over there where I got the ladder. After you watch this video, James, I'm gonna delete it. So I'll let you know in a couple hours when I upload it for you. So again, it's gonna be the T. It's gonna 90 in the pipe. The pipe's gonna come across to the T, and then that 90 is gonna go right in there. And then it's gonna go to this one. These are all 1 inch. And if you're asking why did I put them in the 4 corners instead of just in the back like everyone else does, just so I can get flow around the tank, you know. I think some of the problems with my last tank was I didn't have good flow, even though I had the wave makers and stuff. I just want to have a lot of flow. I'm thinking the 4 corners was best. And then oh, really cool idea I got from another fellow reefer, which is I can't remember his name offhand, but I'll get it to you if you want to. He's got some good videos. Anyways, in this pipe that comes across here, I'm going to put another T right there with the bushing, and I'm going to put a check valve in reversed. Normally a check valve is to stop, you know, the back siphon, but this check valve is going to stop the water flow from coming out when the pump's on, and being reversed, when the pump goes off, it's going to suck in air, because the gravity of the water and the suction will pull it open. It'll suck air in and then stop the flow, the backflow to the sump, you know, almost immediately. I'll put maybe 1 or 2 in there if I need to, but a reverse check valve is a great way to stop your back siphon. Okay, what other questions did you have? Oh, thinking the stand in here but raised up, maybe that's what you thought. If I raise it anymore, I just don't think I'll have enough room. Let me see if I can wiggle the camera a little bit and do my measuring tape at the same time. Bear with me a minute, sorry. Lock it out. It is. Hold on, let me set it down just for a second, sorry. Okay. It's only... This camera does not want to work. 34 inches. I don't, you can't even read it, but because of the light. There you go. It's under 34 inches. So the 90s are huge, you know, and I won't have the room to raise it that much, and then to lose money on the table that I spent building it. I went this route, the way I've got it set up now. Leave the table where it's at. Right here, this little trim piece. I'm gonna put a little seat right here, a little stool, and then I could do my testing right here. Maybe I'll stick 2 tiles down, 2 porcelain tiles right there. So I got a waterproof surface to do my testing right here on the corner. So we got room, you know, on the platform to sit there and do my testing here. My chiller was going to go right here. No, yeah, my chiller was going to go right there, and either there or under. Haven't decided that, but I'll figure a spot for my chiller. I was thinking there, and calcium reactor here. Bio pellet reactor is going to be in the sump with the skimmer, and that's it inside there. My media reactors, the FOSS and the carbon, are going to be right here, mounted to that back wall there. Then the piping from it will just 2 lines coming in along the walls here, along the wall there, come in, feed everything in a chain, daisy chain it, come back. The piping's going to follow this wall again, right where we're at, and then the pump's going to sit next to the reactor there, another pump, and it's going to feed the biopellet reactor in, which is this one, out of this one is going to go to an adapter I'm going to buy, which is just basically a T-fitting right at the end of your, or the inlet of your skimmer. So I'm just going to pipe this one to the inlet of my skimmer, which is going to be right there. And then the pump's going to be in the center. It's going to come up. It's going to feed this one, feed my refugium. I got 2 ball valves there for each one. It's going to come up right here, go over to that stuff. Then when it comes back, I was thinking, coming back from there to make it look clean, I was thinking maybe dump it into this one with a T. So that would be a pretty good way to do it. That was only another question I had for you. Do you think I should tee it into here, or would it be better just to dump it right back into the sump? Because it's going to be cooled water. Everyone says put the cool water right in the sump, but I don't know. Everyone has different feelings about that. So there it is, man. Tell me what you think. And oh, the water change container is still going to stay here. Now, I do have plans. I was thinking, here's what I'm thinking with my water change system. The drain's right here, of course. It's going straight to the wall, over the wall, next to this water heater, and then come down 45, and it's just going to drain right in the sink. And then, RODI right above it. That was what I was going to tell you. The RODI system right here, mounted to the wall, and then it'll be set up to a float switch. Probably, maybe I'll run it. Put the float switch right here somewhere, and then just run it right there around, nicely around somewhere. And then so it'll fill up the evaporated water right there, which works out really good. And then the other line, I could run it, I tee it, and I could run it to this with another float switch to keep this filled up with the RO water. And then for the water changes, I think this is, I gotta look it up, I think this is 30 or 50. But so this drum here, I think it's 50. But so that'll be my my mixing tank. And then I'll just put a bag of salt. If it's 50, I'll just put 1 bag of salt in there with a pump and a heater and let it mix for a day. And then I was also thinking probably from the pump from here, run it through maybe just run it out and tie into here or something. I'm not sure about that, but or maybe just a hose and thing. That part, if you got any ideas on that part, running the water from this container to get it back in the system easily. Got any ideas? Here's what it looks like. It's just there. There's a return to the pump. So without buying a bunch of valves, I think maybe just pump it back in with a hose from a pump. But all right, that's it. And then I had another question for you. Where do you think I should run all this electrical? Give me some feedback on that. Here's what I thought. Slide that forward a little bit. If I had that forward that much, that'll give me about 12 inches there. I still got room to change the socks, clean the sump right through there. I could still fit in that. This opening right here is 30 inches, so I was thinking use this a 12-inch plywood I already have. We already got a strip right there from a different piece. And I was thinking about putting the backing in here and then putting my electrical in here with that, having it 12 inches deep. And then run the wires for all electrical up under here with some LEDs like you did on your tank. So maybe, I don't know, something like that. And then I have a controller, so Reef Elite, whatever it is. And so I was thinking about putting the controller somewhere, and I've got those heaters with the little box that tells the temperature and stuff. That would probably all look pretty good under there. I don't know, exactly where to put all that, but. And then the DC pump. Well, both of them will have. I'm getting another one, so they're both going to have controllers, and there's this thing. that's the controller for it. So, you know, this, the light on this camera. Oh my goodness. So here's the controller. So maybe on the wall somewhere. I mean, this one's got, it's really cool. It's got a feed, different flow